Hi, how's everyone? Thanks for coming back. Hello and welcome if you are new. Hi, Taurus, you're up in the rotation. Let's take a look at what's going on in your energy. Let's see. Uranus, in tropical, the only thing that's in you is Uranus, and that's retrograde at 29 degrees. So there is, you see, Uranus rules Aquarius, the innovator, the rebel. So there may be things going on in like the home and comfort area, like how you spend your money on your surroundings, where you're gonna come into some kind of new innovative way of doing things, okay? Um, it's in opposition though with Lilith in Scorpio. And now Lilith is our Doc Martin wearing goth, boot stomper girl. And she's shaking up a little bit in Scorpio. So this is like um secrets, information, and other people's money. I think it's other people's money, or is it our money? It's money somehow. I don't know how. But yeah, and that Lilith brings with her the energy of trying to disengage from the patriarchy, trying to boost feminine power. In Scorpio, it's very powerful, but it can also be very emotional, okay? Um, in Sidereal, Uranus is still in you. Our ruler Venus is in Libra, and it's opposing Lilith in Scorpio. Yeah, and Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. And there's also some grand trine going on in the water signs too. So I'm not going to write up a whole essay about the astrology. I just wanted to let you know where the planets are. But Taurus, the fairies wanted to talk to you today. So while I was shuffling the decks, the fairies wanted to come forward. So um, they might be a little unruly. Their messages might be a little symbolic and kind of hard to read, but we'll do our best. So we've got current energies, clarifiers, and influences we might not see yet. Look, Taurus, I don't know who this person is, but you're having blows with somebody. This is a heated argument. Um, yeah, but this is just, but it comes with Tobira of the Waters, which is temperance energy in the fairy deck. So she's like kind of, in her own space doing some emotional heavy work here. This is, healing from something and making important choices here, okay? It says accepting what has happened and how it's going to change you. All right. And then we have this King of Swords again. Now, the King of Swords, upright, frontwards, backwards, reversed, has been coming out a lot lately, along with that Knight of Swords in the reverse. Remember, that's that energy of just coming in with arguing, right? Coming in with harsh words. And with Mercury retrograde right now, we have to take care that the words that we're saying are upright good words, right? Mercury retrograde, it does kind of bring up the idea of like things coming up from the past. You know what I mean? Especially if it's in Scorpio right now, which is very deep, kind of emotional energy. But this King of Swords on the backside is not in his good energy, okay? This is somebody who is they think a lot of themselves. There's hubris here, there's martyrdom here, like they're really fighting their corner, but they're doing it in a really shitty way. This is yeah, these two together suggest healing from a contentious argument or someone making rigid calculated decisions here. So there's some in the collective maybe withdrawing and healing. That's Tobira of the Waters. Um, after a fight. Yeah, harsh words were said here. Um, things designed to cut, right? This is manipulative things said out of poor judgment. This is like Highlander energy. Someone swung their sword to cut heads here. Now, this could have been someone else, and now you have to heal from it. This could be, because this could express in different ways, like someone healing from harsh words, or someone using harsh words to cut a tie, free themselves, and protect their own healing. So, which one is this of you, Taurus? Are you the one who's healing from the harsh words, or are you the one that's swinging the sword? And are you swinging the sword so that you can protect your own healing, right? This is aggressive energy and final. Okay, so that's the current energies. Now we're going to get the clarifiers. Actually, as we get moving away from that and further into the reading, it gets really, really good. So stick with me here, okay? One of the clarifier groups we have is the Singer of Courage, so like the Strength card, and the Hermit, okay? So this suggests someone embracing their strength and self-discipline to gain inner insight, okay? Someone retreating and evaluating and releasing old limiting beliefs. This is someone examining the negative things that were said, possibly wallowing in them a little bit, in the resulting feelings of like doubt or inadequacy, but also knowing, excuse me, that they aren't true. Okay? The things that were said are not the truth. Okay? Because they were said like out of anger. There was the harsh words were like, I don't know, somebody said them out of like emotional desperation. You know what I mean? But if they said something they can't take back. But you know that they're not true. Someone is releasing that pain and transmuting it. That's what that Singer of Courage is. Sorry, I bumped it. Um, yeah, they're transmuting that pain, and also fear. There's fear here with the Singer of Courage. They're transmuting that fear and that intimidation, and they're courageously denying it power. All right, whatever was said, someone is releasing it and giving more attention to their own inner voice. The hermit now has boundaries and is strategizing how to cultivate meaningful connections that will respect them in the future. Okay? And it's taking a lot of courage to do that. Excuse me. Self-discipline, moral strength, breaking through limiting beliefs, and transmuting fear into bravery. Yeah. The next set of clarifiers we have here is we've got Indy from the fairy deck. This is like Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles energy. This is wishy-washy feelings, maybe somebody going, was it true or wasn't it true? Do I want to believe this or don't I? It's things like that. It's that indecision back and forth kind of energy. And on top of that, we've got that 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is a burden. Not only was the communication a burden, but what it's doing to someone inside is a burden, okay? If someone is mentally juggling these burdensome thoughts, they're thinking, is it true? Is it false? Did someone lash out because they were hurt too? Was I wrong? Was I right? Do I go back or do I stay put? Indy represents indecision and fear. And remember, we're alchemizing that fear over here with Tobira of the Waters as Temperance, the alchemist. And we have the Singer of Courage, okay? So we're transmuting that fear. We're alchemizing that fear. Where was I? Indy represents indecision and fear. Someone may recognize that their insecurities are making their fortitude falter. I don't know why they gave me that combination, but their indecision is like making them question their own inner strength. This could be you, this could be someone else, but it's burdensome, you know. um Thoughts are erratic and they know that they have to put some things down before they fall down. This is a real burden. It saps your energy. 10 of Wands is a chance to put it down. It's the divine saying you're overburdened because those things aren't meant for you to carry. They're not yours. So put them down and look up. Okay? And then the next set of clarifiers we have here, we've got a very childlike energy here, Taurus. I don't know if this is you or someone in your energy. If it's you, you're returning back to a very joyful and childlike energy. It's like part of this healing is you're digging deep and you're reconnecting with your inner child, okay? And while you're down there, not only are you allowing yourself to feel childlike joy, like whimsy and being silly, but you're also discovering that where you're feeling very vulnerable and guarded, okay? Um, so this is so after freedom from that angry King of Swords brings in a playful energy, innocent, happy, adventurous. If this is you, Taurus, you're coming back to a trusting, loving state of mind. Coming back is very they want me to emphasize that because the hermit energy also represents coming back to yourself, because you know the hermit goes up on their mountain, they go in their cave or whatever, and they light their own lantern, which is their inner voice, their inner self. That higher self that you tap back into is a direct spark of source. Okay, it's reconnecting with your connection to your purpose, the source trying to talk to you, right? So, oops, sorry, I dropped it. Okay, so I love this energy here because present in the moment, you open to fun and frivolity, maybe enjoying cheerful hobbies, getting back in touch with your inner child. But inside, you're also feeling vulnerable, guarded, and withdrawn from love. Okay? Some in the collective may be taking a break from relationships and focusing on healing a soft heart, just so squishy, so innocent. So if this is you, Taurus, if this isn't you, Taurus, then you have someone in your energy that is your mischievous, good-natured ally. Okay? This is the bestie that lets you marinate in their blankets with comfort shows and wine while they excuse themselves to run an errand that just happens to be egging your ex's car in the parking lot of their job. This is your hot Cheetos goth girl to your weepy, unwashed emo self. But don't worry, she'll come back with one of his windshield wipers for you as a trophy. So I love this energy. This is that it's like one energy here is very mischievous and one energy is very guarded. So if this is two different people, like I said, this is the friend who's gonna let you be boo-hooey over this for a minute while they go out and make shit right? Because they're up for a little bit of ruckus. But it's not like it's not like illegal, violent, or anything like that kind of ruckus. Um it's just showing you that they have your back. Okay, they maybe could out the other person's Instagram or something, or just, I don't know. It's just a very good energy around you. It's somebody who's in your corner, who's just, but they're staying upbeat so that, you know, they can help support you. Or, like I said, this is somebody melding the two energies and really going in and getting back in touch with what makes them happy. Because I feel like we're coming off of the end of this energy that's been flowing through the timeline with that contentious Knight of Swords and King of Swords in the reverse, the argumentative things that happened, and we're kind of coming out, we're if this is portal energy, because we did get through the 1111 portal on our way to the 1212. So this could be part of that cycle that's wrapping up. So yeah, there's still moments here where we might wallow. We're a little bit sore. We're a little bit raw. And we're realizing that now without that energy around us anymore, we can like open up and feel happy again. Okay? Maybe it's if I don't know, this feels like somebody doing something that they used to like, that's very whimsical and silly, but the other person kind of, you know, intimidated them into putting that aside because they didn't like it for some reason, but it gave you joy or it gave someone joy. And it's like being in this overpowering King of Swords energy that was very, demanding and kind of a bully. Like that sword energy has been in its detriment for a long time. Like for a couple weeks now. We've been seeing this knight and this king in their really bitchy bully kind of energy. So I think now that that tie is cut, someone is coming back to themselves, like I said, with the hermit energy, laying down the burden of the things that they were told and being able to open up and get back into a little bit of whimsy. That is definitely part of what will help us heal. Okay? Honor that silly side. Honor the sweet, innocent side. Because when you were in that other situation, that side, that little bit of you was almost like stomped out. So come back to yourself and allow yourself some joy. Okay, now we're getting really good because now here down in the influences we might not see yet. We have very powerful energy here with the card Unity. This is the source. Remember what I was saying earlier, that when you can relight that lantern that the hermit carries, that's your reconnection back to source. And here underneath the hermit's lantern, and the influences underneath of him, is that source reconnection, spiritual mystical union. This also could be a love union where two souls recognize each other, right? um but that's not yet, not yet. Stick with me here, okay? um where are we here? Let's see. Oh, this is suggesting that after a time of retreat and healing and maybe some therapeutic mayhem, someone is in a much clearer, open, and trusting place. Now you go with faith and trust wherever the wheel takes you, while also knowing that you have the willpower to determine your own fate. But okay, so instead of trying desperately to control things, which would be your hold on the wheel, you're now allowing them to turn. It's like the power is in surrender. And those are two kind of really opposite, they give opposite feelings. Like power, um, it suggests control. But and surrender suggests like giving up or a weakness, but the power here is in the surrender. It's like you empower yourself by actually not holding on to the wheel. You know what I mean? It says trust yourself. Releasing control returns its movement to the universe, and in turn opens your connection to the divine. See what I mean? Trusting in the universe reconnects you to it. So you feel guided yet empowered to guide yourself. It's reigniting your link to source, and it gives you a power boost and the resilience to maneuver with freedom and trust. Okay? Okay, now. So now we're moving, right? Now we trust the wheel. We're trusting the wheel and we're moving, okay? So what happens next? Now we have this, we're underneath indecision and the 10 of wands, that putting down the burden, right? So who is here? But we've got the friend group. Look at this great card, the friends. This is your cheering section. You see how that skinny one is lifting up the little mouse squirrel? It's like he's like, look at my friend, and he's like flying away, and he's got her in his hands, and he's like about to launch her, right? Like you're being celebrated. Look at this friend is announcing you. Okay? Um So this suggests letting your friends help. That's what this card says. Friendship, besties, the support system. Let your friends help you. Um, this is, yeah, your support system. Cooperative energies who celebrate you and literally lift you up. Look how he's lifting her up. um, so through their Care Bear energy, I don't know if ever anyone remembers the Care Bears. Through your friend's energy, um, they yeet you forward. And where do they send you? This is a setup, Taurus. You're getting set up. You're getting set up. Because here's the friend group yeeting you. Okay, there you are on the hands, getting ready to be launched. And bam, the Fool. There you go off the cliff. Okay, but where are you going towards? A 10 of Cups. You're being set up. They're setting you up. And they're setting you up with a soulmate. Okay? Trust the wheel. Trust it. And trust your friends. Okay? You're getting launched directly into a 10 of Cups. So this suggests letting your friends help you. Yeah, they're going to yeet you into the Fool card. Um, looking towards a new future, following a new dream, feeling hope and enthusiasm again, ready to take a step back into love. There's one last breath to settle your mind and nerve um before your stomach drops. That step is gonna drop your stomach. This meeting this person is gonna it's gonna you know the feeling. You know the feeling when your stomach drops and you don't know if you're gonna throw up or fall in love. That's what this is. Okay? Step in it, but step in it you do, and you land in a wonderful 10 of cups, full hearts, loving support, understanding, cooperation, care, and love. Yeah, you're being yeeted. And so then what influence here is next? Underneath that Mickle childlike energy with the Page of Cups, that vulnerable Page of Cups, underneath we have the Singer of Initiation. This is a breakthrough and a transformation. And on top of that, we've got the Lovers on the front side. Hey, naked people. All right. This suggests a transition point. Okay? That's what the Singer of Initiation is, a change and challenge. There's a level up here. Yeah. You passed the test. You passed the test. And now you're here with a lover's card, a lover's choice. This suggests a transition point. There's no going back after this. What would I even go back to? Right? What would you go back for? What would you go back to? That old life doesn't exist anymore. You faced challenge and change and had a breakthrough. Okay? You choose love. You choose the healthy, harmonious connection. Okay, maybe you didn't see it before. Maybe you doubted it existed. Maybe you don't see it coming. But here you are. Here they are. You trusted the wheel to turn and bring you to a better place, and when you got here, you found a soulmate. I heard the song, now that we found love, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with it? Right? Oh, you know what you're gonna do with it? You had to kick ass to get here, Taurus, so I know what you're gonna do with it. You're gonna get naked. Get naked with this new soulmate. I love this for you, Taurus. I mean, this is so sweet. Let's get an ancestor oracle message for Taurus and wrap this up. So yeah, there was contentious words here. There was a huge fight. There was things said that you can't come back from. They can't take back. You can't take back. This sword was swung for a like with they put some stank. Somebody put stank on that sword. They went for the throat. And if this is someone else, then you are in a state of healing from that. But if this was you, it's because you had to really protect something. You made a really, I mean, some may look at this as like reckless. You made a reckless call by cutting somebody off, but um, it was to preserve your healing. Okay, so let's get an oracle message for you, Taurus. So once you get past, I mean, once you heal from that, take your time. The Hermit doesn't, it's not fast energy. That's Virgo, the Earth energy. So you definitely take your time. Be meticulous. You're going to be very analytical about what got you there. Um, how you can fix it. Let's get one angel, ancestor, oracle message for Taurus, please. Just one. But I mean, it gets so much brighter as you go on, and those influences you don't see it, You're getting set up, and you're going to meet your soulmate. This is the warrior. It says, be fearless and stand strong. Some of us really might have needed to hear that. Because after coming through that King of Swords, with every horrible word was said here, So that could have really made you feel powerless and yeah, there's just with the warrior card it's telling you to be fearless and stand strong. This says don't back down, make your opinions heard, don't settle for second best. If you're experiencing at this fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. That's all. Whenever you feel fear, you're at the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough. What did I say with the singer of initiation is a breakthrough, a transition. It says, um, you're coming to a massive breakthrough. This is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been upsetting you, know that you are being guided to call up your inner warrior. It said, don't filter and don't be frightened because you have the energy to protect yourself now. And at all times you will. You have the power to protect yourself. And I see that's exactly what those two cards were saying. If you came through with somebody who was um, aggressive, right? And you felt weak, you felt threatened, you felt vulnerable or diminished. With that Tobira of the waters, you're really healing that within yourself. You know you're strong, Taurus. You're the bull. You're coming back to yourself. And you're bringing out that inner warrior. I love that. Let's get a couple final advice for Taurus. Little tidbits. Let's get some extra clarity. Who's this? The red sun. It says, wake up to the spiritual path. Intense emotion and passion, deep understanding, a spiritual awakening, divine communication. What have I been saying? if you that unity card, that sacred union with source, getting divine communication. Twist. It said, remember, you are earth, Taurus. Okay, ground yourself, rebuild yourself, heal, give, provide, and remain steady. You know, your energy of earth with the growth energy, not just like the dirt and rock energy, but that growth energy is so interesting because it's like you have to stay still in order to move big. I don't know why they wanted me to put it that way. Oh, what was the warrior saying about making your voice heard? We've got the microphone. Speak up and amplify your voice. Now this, with that King of Swords energy that we've been arguing with, that could have been somebody who like raised their voice in order to drown you out, and you felt like you couldn't express yourself anymore, right? Or it was dangerous, or it would just get you it would just get worse in return. Okay, you felt like you weren't able to speak because that King of Swords monopolized that whole thing. So here you have the microphone. Speak up and amplify your voice. You've got, remember, you are fire. Burn, adapt, love, create, tame, and ignite. We have oyster. Hey, we haven't had oyster in a while. A gift from the divine is being prepared for you, but in the divine's timing. Okay. That could be that love offer. It's being cooked up. It's getting ready. It's marinating. And then with the Wheel of Fortune here on the reverse side, that's what the divine timing is. But look how big that oyster is. It takes up the whole card. Look at the description had to be written down there in the corner. It's because whatever this is that's percolating, whatever this beautiful, shiny, valuable new gift is, it's taking a minute because it's big. Okay? And then we have a male family member here. So there could be a passed on male ancestor that is around you now, uncle, brother, cousin, anybody. Male family member is around you. 777 divine path. You're right where you should be, and you are serving your divine purpose. Go forward, be the fool energy. You're going to walk off the cliff and step into a life of love, you know? Okay. Got a lot of numbers here. 555 change. That's the change and challenge that was coming in with that other card. Time for you to embrace change and follow a new path. That fool energy with the Wheel of Fortune. Embrace the wheel turning because it's bringing change, and follow a new path. Then we also have 1010, personal development. This is awakening and enlightenment. Keep your thoughts, focus on your soul mission and your life's purpose. Okay, it says just trust and keep walking. And we've got fruition, a new card I made. This represents the Seven of Pentacles. That which you planted and tended to is ready to harvest or close to it. So when you finally get your bounty, remember to say thank you. Remember to I'm sorry. Remember to thank everything. Thank Source. Thank the person that you had to cut loose. Thank yourself. Thank your friends. Thank your family. Thank the world, right? Thank all of it. Because that energy of gratitude is going to maintain you in that good energy, okay? Let's get a couple more, please, for Taurus. Okay, Archangel Michael is here. I like how he flew out, too. I like how he flew out. This is call on me. This is protection, yeah. Call on me, I stand ready. Mercy, clarity, protection, justice, cutting away negative energies. Oh, wow. It's like the fight. It's a fight between this person and Archangel Michael. Cutting things away. Yeah. But that King of Swords wasn't going down without a fight. He came in aggressive. Yeah, but Archangel Michael's here. So wherever you are in the timeline, I don't know what this could be, past, present, future. Yeah, call on Archangel Michael. Usually it's something like, I don't know, Archangel Michael's spirit of protection, please be around me because this is bigger than I can fight. Just something like that. Take a moment, to center yourself and say a prayer like that. Okay, what I wanted to address though is the bottoms of the decks real quick. I'm only going to do one. So the bottom of the one deck, the one with the one that the King of Swords came out of, the ViceVersa deck, the bottom of that is that Seven of Swords again. Sneaky, sneaky. Somebody being sneaky. Okay? Somebody doesn't want to get caught stealing something, right? And underneath that, they have a Ten of Swords. They lost. Get over it. Okay? This is reality. There's only upward from here. But somebody is paying. Somebody is paying. They're going to need their own healing. But then, when you come over here to the bottom of the fairy deck, we got the fairy who was kissed by the pixie. So if you go, through it with the bottom three and how the Fool hits the Ten of Cups, and then there's the Lovers, and then here on the bottom of the fairy deck is the fairy that got kissed, and she's like, oh my god, she's all lit up. Look at, that's what you're gonna be, Taurus. You're gonna be all lit up and giddy and telling your friends about how they kissed you, you know. And this is the final stitch of healing, because this card represents divine heart surgery. This is coming in from, the universe in order to put in the final stitches of healing in your heart. This is equal give and take of love and affection, and she's standing there all giddy because they kissed her. Look at her; she's all aglow. She's Twitter-pated. That's you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this vibed. If you vibed with my content, please take a moment and leave me a like, a thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave a comment. My information is in the description. I am open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. You'll find my email, Venmo, and Cash App in the description. And even if you don't want to schedule a reading with me, if you found a message that resonated with you and helped you, and you heard for your highest good, and you just want to leave a tip, that it's in the description. And I appreciate any and all things that pass through there. So, excuse me. I hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for sticking with me, and until I see you again in the next reading. Okay, thanks, bye.